You know what? There was an automation cell that we put in, two automation cells we put in Idaho. And it was like, we need these things up and running. Can you stay over the weekend and make sure that that happens? Not a problem.
You stayed for the whole weekend with them.
For the whole weekend.
Welcome back to MTDCNC, my friends. You'll never guess where I am today. Well, maybe you'll be able to guess based on what's behind me. But I'm with my buddy Wayne, and we're going to talk about the importance of service. Now, it almost goes without saying at this point. I mean, let's be honest. Like, when we're talking about the machine service industry, when we talk about how important it is to keep our machines running if something goes wrong, when we talk about the phone calls we make and how quickly someone gets back to us, there is nothing of more importance, in my opinion, than a guy like Wayne and so a service industry and methods to support you if something goes wrong, but also supporting you when something's going right as well. And that's where Wayne comes into play. Wayne's a good buddy of mine, and we're going to talk about service. So Wayne, how do you feel about being on camera, my friend?
Well, it's a little comical, You're a good guy, though, so I don't mind.
I'll take it. I don't always get to hear that. I'll take it. So, Wayne, let's talk service. How long have you been doing this service side of things? I've seen you at multiple end users of yours working with you at filming. You're there, making sure the customer is taken care of. How long have you been doing this? And your passion for this industry?
About 8 years. I've been here about 8 years working in service. The customer is always number one to me. Always. That's the way it should be.
So Wayne, you and I were at a customer not too long ago, and they have so many of your Nakamura machines. But when we showed up, they welcomed you like a brother. I walked into the room, and they're like, "Wayne, what are you doing?" This is a type of relationship that you guys carry out here in Arizona, the West Coast. About the Methods team, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I mean, service is crucial to the sale of all machines. If you're going to buy a machine, like you said, they're not going to buy that next one if you don't service the machines, keep the customer happy.
Well, Wayne, I know that this is something you really are passionate about, walking in with some of the customers, seeing how they invite you in, probably to dinner at their house afterwards. I wasn't a part of that, but probably something like that. Do you have a story that's maybe the most memorable in 8 years? I know you get calls all the time. Hey, it's 2 p.m, but we really need you. Can you be here, within the day or within the hour or something like that? Do you have stories like this that come along with your 8 years?
You know what? There was an automation cell that we put in, two automation cells we put in Idaho. And it was like, we need these things up and running. Can you stay over the weekend and make sure that that happens? Not a problem.
You stayed for the whole weekend with them?
For the whole weekend.
I told you he was a good guy. Can you believe this? So yes, service is important. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't want it to become too redundant. The sales guys sell the first one. Service and support sell all the rest. So for someone who's working with Methods, what's the best way to get in touch with you, with the service department? If somebody's curious, just to figure out, okay, if I'm going to invest my money, my time, my next 10 years with these machines, which, let's be fair, we're talking Yazda, Nakamura, OKK, Kiwa, your own brand of Methods line here. You work with FedEx. I mean, we're talking top of the line anyway, but it's a machining world. Something somewhere along the way is going to go wrong. How can they best find you?
In our region, contact the Tempe office, and we will answer your calls, answer your emails ASAP.
With that being said, thank you all for watching. We know the importance of service. We know the importance of support. This is Wayne, a good friend of mine, a face that you probably recognize, but if you don't, get to know him. Really a good dude. Wayne, thank you so much for sharing your story, my friend.